There is a cornerstone program in this city. It is the Huskies of UW. They've always had a place here, a place of excellence that these fans hope will continue today. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. Bringing it back. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Ducks.
What a way to start a game. Coaches always talk about from the opening whistle being locked in and being loaded and being ready to go. Taking the opening kick back for a touchdown, man, it doesn't get better than that.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that one will put his name in the record books. You can't have a longer return in college football. 100 yards for 6. They're just about to boot it away full of energy after housing that last kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Washington Huskies offense is on the field for the first time today. And the spotlight in this game will undoubtedly be on these star wide receivers, David.
I mean, they're featured, Reese. Like, these guys are going to touch the football a lot. These offenses are built to get them the football, to make plays. We're in for a few catches today, Paul.
We sure are. When you can get open like these guys can, when you have the speed to take the top off of the defense, you know you're going to see a lot of explosive plays today.
Looking for a crease to the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away.
So they send you straight to prison, or they send you to AAA?
For your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So the Oregon Ducks offense will go to work for the first time. And there's no doubt, guys, we will be focused on these 2 star playmakers on the outside.
I'm curious to see how much man coverage we're going to see today. I don't know if either of these defenses is confident enough to go mano-a-mano with these 2 dudes on the field. They're 2 of the best in the nation.
These cornerbacks aren't looking for man-to-man coverage. I can promise you that. They'd be like, give me some help over here. But we're going to see some split screens, and we're going to see who had more catches, who had more yards. We're definitely going to be breaking that down this game.
He's got his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. He lets one fly deep. Pulls it in on the right. Touchdown, Oregon. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down. I don't think he was the primary receiver on the play, but when you get that open, you become the primary target.
You ain't lying. A great job. Credit to the quarterback seeing it.
He'll take a deep shot here. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ducks! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. They cough it up inside their 3. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Ball was loose in their own end zone, and the defense recovered it for a touchdown. The defense comes up with the fumble and takes it to the house.
The old scoop and score. Create the fumble, pick that puppy up, take it to the house. Great job by the defense, not only forcing the turnover, but getting points out.
The kickoff team just about set to go, and that defense is eager to get back out there after the scoop and score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And that is why this defense is so good. They get after the quarterback and get him on the ground. That's their third on the day, and they're #1 in the country.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He's got great speed. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, first down. He's going to pass. Trying to beat the D deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Wide open, he makes the catch. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon! And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
That makes the score Oregon 35, Washington 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something.
All kinds of running room. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They came out hot on this drive, one play and already near midfield.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. Moving away from pressure. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Pressure coming. Fires on the move. And he intercepts it. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
Really tough on an offense. 3rd and long, it's tough to, you know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Quarterback checking the play. Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Oh, picked off. Looking for more room. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. And sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Williams will pass. Fires to the tight end. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the 2nd quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Washington hoping to make this defense bow down in the red zone. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Washington.
I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I'll tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
35, Washington.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking.
He unleashes a long one. Makes a catch down the right side. And he breaks into the open. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks! This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here. Fires and picked off. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Going up top on 1st down. He'll take a shot. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again.
Snags it down the right side. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Caught behind the line. It's Harris. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown, Ducks! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David can swing the momentum of the game. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Looking for a gap. It's Washington. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got his man all by himself. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Huskies. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's.
He's got it down the right side. The expressway is wide open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oregon!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll go to the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Williams looking for a man. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Moves around to clear up the vision. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets a block. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile.
He's going up top. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Ducks! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Good timing on the quick out. He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Williams will pass. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
Second down.
Dialing up a second down pass play. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Looking for space. It's Griffin. At the 40, there he goes. He goes out of bounds after a huge pickup, and he's still short of the line to gain. It'll be fourth down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation.
Reels it in down the left side. Oh, look out. There he goes. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Oregon.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. We don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get that lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They're trying to get to it. He wants to take the top off. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Williams looking for a man. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Ducks! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
14.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. How about that, making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Feeling some heat. Hit as he throws. It's caught downfield. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. The Ducks are in the hurry-up.
1st and goal, Oregon.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Oregon! And the punishment has been extended. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy from place.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. 2nd down coming up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the gun, the ground game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Williams will pass. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Washington sends out the punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead.
He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
That's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Grabbed over the middle. It's Robinson. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Getting some heat. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
It's good. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would like to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find it.
Intercepted. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Huskies. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical, and not only can he hold downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
Fielded in the end zone, it's Fuller. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one.
He's got it down the left side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. And the Ducks want to crank the tempo. Looking to go up top on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Full wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football.
He's going for it all. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Handoff from the shotgun. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Williams looking for a man. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Power football with the run. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it. Touchdown, Ducks! And the beatdown has ensued.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. UTEP is in front. They've owned the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over the Royals. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Pockets, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? Touchdown, Oregon! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. The defense striking with a scoop and score touchdown.
And defense is about getting guys to the football. Sometimes you just get that hit. The ball pops out. More guys swarming to the football. Great effort. Scoop that thing up. Now do some damage with it. You always wanted to play offense anyways. Convert that defensive player, offensive player. Give me that 6.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. A 1st down for the offense. Running back searching for a hole. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Williams will pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And they got him for the sack.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Give to the back. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short. They feed him again. Oh, gave the defender the business. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn and hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop.
Fast motion from the offense. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. The Ducks are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line to pick up of 1. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Coming after him. Got it in the middle. It's Robinson. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10.
First down for the offense.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll leave it with the lone back. Mark it off as a 6-yard gain down to the 6-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
The defense there has their backs against the wall. That's a great job of really just gearing down, getting some push up front, not giving away anything, and making that play in that tackle.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. Touchdown, Ducks! And the pummeling has started. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. This offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This is
hit the afterburners, kid.
What you mean, not even you, man? How you sound, bro?
He's at the 10. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting ground. A late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And he makes the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
They'll try to run for it. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out, practice.
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
He's marked down at the 22. Good enough for a first down.
The give out of the gun. And he'll be tackled, and that'll bring us to the end of the game. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.